Sarah, I think I just caught sight of you in the hallway, but you're not planning to attend the ceremony, are you? Could you please leave before anyone realizes you're here?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Today is your wedding. As the mother of the groom, of course I should be here.
I noticed you came in your work uniform. Did you just finish a shift?
Yes, I did. I came straight here because I wanted to make sure I wouldn't miss anything.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You couldn't even bother to change before coming?
I brought a change of clothes, of course. I was just about to find a room where I could get dressed.
Ugh, I asked Ken to make sure you wouldn't come. Having you here is embarrassing and ruins the whole ceremony.
Ken agrees with this?
Of course he does. We discussed it weeks ago. Nobody wants someone in a security uniform at a wedding.
What?
You work as a night security guard, right? That's totally a bottom-tier job. Having someone like that here just lowers the class of the ceremony. It's embarrassing for the guests. So could you please not attend?
Bottom-tier job? Did you really just say that about security work?
Don't act surprised. You must know how it looks.
How what looks?
My dad was a security guard too, and he could barely make ends meet, and he really made our family struggle. Security guard work is a low-paying job that anyone can do. Just look at how poor my family was as proof.
That's a misunderstanding. It's not a low-paying job, and it's not something just anyone can do.
Really? Then why did you have to work nights? Couldn't get a better position?
The night shift was my choice. It allowed me to save up more money and make more connections.
Well, if you and my dad could do it, anyone can. It's just walking around at night, right? Such an easy job. Anyway, getting congratulations from someone with such a low-class job doesn't make me happy at all. So please, don't attend today.
I can't believe this.
What's hard to believe? That someone might be embarrassed by having a security guard as a mother-in-law?
Is this really how you feel? Or is this coming from somewhere else?
What do you mean?
You mentioned your father was a security guard.
Don't try to psychoanalyze me. Just leave. My guests are starting to arrive, and I don't want them seeing you in that uniform.
I told you I brought a change of clothes.
It doesn't matter what you wear. Everyone knows what you do. Ken's already told his friends about his night guard mom. Please, just go.
I see. Let me talk to Ken first.
Fine, but he'll just tell you the same thing. And stay away from the main entrance. I don't want my other guests seeing you.
I raised him for 28 years, and this is what it's come to.
Oh, please, don't try to guilt trip me. This is my wedding day.
You're right. It is your wedding day. I'll go find Ken. Ken, Lynn just told me not to participate in the ceremony. I wonder if she hates me. But I still want to attend my son's wedding. I worked so hard to raise you after all. I want to see you on your big day. Could you talk to Lynn for me? Of course, if she doesn't want me to talk to her, I won't say a word to her today. I just want to be here and congratulate you both.
Talk to her? Why should I? And why are you even trying to attend?
Ken, please. I just want to be here for you.
You weren't there for me growing up. Why start now?
What?
I'm not gonna convince her of anything, and honestly, it's natural that she doesn't like you. Having you there would be a problem. I mean, raising 5 kids while working nights? That was pretty irresponsible. That's part of what makes you low class.
Ken, I chose that shift so I could be there during the day when you needed me.
So what? You think that makes everything better? You weren't a mother to me.
What are you saying, Ken? How can you say that? It's horrible.
Horrible? Look, I was always humiliated because of you.
Did something happen that you never told me about?
Everything happened every single day.
I know you might have felt lonely when I wasn't around, but you had your siblings, and I made sure you never went without.
Shut up, I got picked on because of you.
What?
Do you know what it's like being the only kid whose mom works full-time and can't make it to every event?
I came to your graduation. I attended as much as I could.
Almost all my classmates' moms were stay-at-home parents. They'd be there when the kids got home from school. Everyone would say stuff to me like, "Is your family so poor your mom has to work?" They'd say dual-income families were just poor people.
That's just prejudice. There are lots of dual-income households now. Things might have been different back then, but...
Stop making excuses. You have no idea what I went through.
Then tell me now. Help me understand.
It's not prejudice. Being a security guard is just watching security cameras. It's such a worthless job. I work at a big company now, but I'm too embarrassed to tell people what my mom does for a living. Just get out of here. You're just in the way.
I can't believe this.
What? That your son is finally successful despite having you as a mother?
After everything I did to give you opportunities.
Yeah, sure. Just get out of here, but go alone. My brothers and sisters are allowed to stay. Unlike my relationship with you, I actually get along with my siblings because we had to deal with the same crappy life you gave us.
Your siblings never complained about my work.
They were just being nice. Nobody wants a security guard for a mother.
I see. I understand now.
Finally, so you'll leave?
Yes, but not for the reason you think.
Whatever, just go. Lynn's family is waiting.
Sarah, are you still here? Just leave already.
Lynn, is this really about my job, or is there something else?
What else would it be about?
Do you really understand what you're doing?
Of course I do. Are you still trying to lecture me at my own wedding? I'm just getting rid of someone who's in the way. Besides, the wedding gift amount must be tough for someone with such a low-paying job.
You seem very focused on money.
Because it matters. Do you know how much this wedding cost? You probably can't even give a decent gift, so just leave. A bottom-feeder parent like you can't even provide proper support.
I see. So you're saying you don't need any support from me at all?
Support? From you? Huh? Were you planning to support us? That's hilarious. You can barely support yourself.
You seem very certain about my financial situation.
Everyone knows security guards make nothing. Ken told me everything. We don't need your pity. And why are you acting so high and mighty when you're the one who should be getting support? It's embarrassing to even call you my mother-in-law.
Excuse me?
What? Did I hurt your feelings? Deal with it. I mean, having a night security guard as a mother-in-law is just impossible. I can't believe you even thought you could celebrate our wedding.
Well then, I guess I'll stop being your mother-in-law.
Oh, really? That would really make me happy.
I'm sure it would. Keep that happiness while you can.
What are you implying?
You'll find out soon enough.
Are you threatening me?
No, just letting you make your own choices.
Whatever, just leave. You're ruining the atmosphere.
Don't worry, I won't stay where I'm not wanted.
Finally, you understand your place.
Yes, I do. And soon, you'll understand yours.
No way! Is it true? Are you actually the CEO of the security company?
Yes, that's right. I own my own company, and I occasionally work night security shifts myself.
Wait, so all this time?
All this time what?
Why didn't you say so earlier? If you're a CEO, that's not a bottom-tier job at all.
My job hasn't changed.
What? But you're not just a security guard anymore.
Officially, I am still a night security guard, so according to you, that's still bottom tier. You said you didn't want support from someone with such a job, so I'll never offer any support again. Sorry for making you uncomfortable.
No, you're twisting my words. Being a CEO is different.
You said security work was something anyone could do.
That's before I knew you owned the company.
You said my job is something anyone can do. Being CEO of a security company is actually quite challenging, but you made it sound so simple. I was planning to give you a generous wedding gift, but since I couldn't attend, and since we're going to be strangers now, I don't have to think about spending any money on you and my son. I can use that money to support my other children who actually appreciate having me as their mother. Thank you for that.
That's not... You misunderstand, Sarah. We can talk about this. Let's start over.
Please, don't be so casual with me anymore. You insulted my profession and cut ties with me as a parent. That makes us complete strangers, and I'm not generous enough to be kind to strangers. Whatever happens from now on is your own doing. You'll have to handle it yourself.
You're being unreasonable.
Am I? I'm just honoring your wishes.
What? What do you mean? Sarah, what are you planning?
Planning? Nothing at all. Just treating you as the stranger you wanted to be.
Can we please talk about this?
There's nothing to discuss. You made your position quite clear at the wedding.
That was before I knew...
Before you knew I had money? Is that what you're trying to say?
No! We should clear up this misunderstanding.
There is no misunderstanding. You showed me exactly who you are.
Hey, kicking us out of the house is going too far. Please do something.
Well, it would be quite strange for strangers to live in my house, wouldn't it? That's why I evicted you.
You can't do this. Ken and I just got married.
I'm simply following legal procedures.
I didn't know the house Ken said we got for a good price because it was used was actually in your name. Can you let us back in?
Did Ken not tell you where the house came from?
He said it was a good deal he found.
Well, it was used, technically. It was one of my properties that I was keeping as a wedding gift for you two. I didn't live there, but used it as a vacation home a few times a year.
This isn't fair. How were we supposed to know?
Perhaps if you hadn't been so quick to judge.
I was tricked. Please, you have to help us.
Help strangers? Why would I do that?
We're family.
Are we? I thought you didn't want a bottom-tier mother-in-law.
That was different. I didn't know about any of this.
Even if you didn't know, you were still the one who cut ties with me and had Ken ignore me too. But okay, I'll rethink kicking you out. Becoming homeless right after getting married would be too cruel after all. I'll let you continue living in that house just as you asked.
Really? Thank you. I knew you wouldn't be so cruel.
Yes, but it won't be free.
Huh?
Let's see. Since it's a used house, $100,000 should do it. You can pay in monthly installments.
$100,000? That's impossible.
Why? Is your job not good enough?
You know we can't afford that.
You'll have to pay it whether it's impossible or not. If you can't pay, the house will be repossessed and you'll be homeless. But you can do it, right? You both have jobs, and your salaries must be good. Besides, you didn't want any support from me, so I'll let you rent the house until you finish paying. You should be grateful that there's no interest, unlike a regular loan.
This is... We can't possibly pay that much.
I thought you were both successful professionals. Wasn't that why you looked down on security work?
Please, can we negotiate?
I'll send you the details later, and you'll need to sign the agreement. If you don't like it, you can leave right now. Also, we need to address your discrimination against certain professions.
Huh? What more do you want from us?
Want? Nothing. I'm just making sure you understand the value of honest work. Lynn, I hear your father used to work as a security guard.
Why bring that up suddenly? Yes, he did. But unlike you, he barely made any money and we were poor. That's just how security guard work is. You just got lucky starting your own company.
Have you spoken to your father recently?
What does that matter?
It's true security work doesn't pay well, especially for temp workers.
What? What are you talking about?
I contacted your father and recruited him to work for my company. We're always short on security staff. When he came to work for us, he was such a dedicated worker with excellent performance that I was puzzled by his low salary. So I asked him about it, and it turns out your father was a temporary worker. He was getting work through an agency.
What? Really? That can't be true. He would have told me.
Would he? When you clearly look down on his profession?
That's different. I just meant that it's...
He told me that because of his leg injury, he couldn't get permanent employment anywhere. He said he was too embarrassed to tell you the reason, but I thought your prejudice against the profession might stem from your father's situation. His salary has improved significantly now, so your parents aren't poor anymore.
What? My parents aren't poor anymore? Why didn't anyone tell me?
I really wanted to correct your view that security work equals bottom-tier jobs. Why don't you see for yourself?
What do you mean?
Why don't you ask your father about his new position?
Fine, I will.
Let me know how that conversation goes.
My father's not answering his phone.
Interesting.
Did you say something to him?
I simply told him about our conversation at the wedding.
This can't be happening. My parents blocked me.
Did they? That must be difficult.
Did you know this would happen?
Well, after ignoring them for years and then suddenly contacting them just to ask for money once you found out they were doing well, of course they'd be fed up with you.
How do you know about that? What exactly did my father tell you?
Your father contacted me. He said, "We can't control our daughter anymore. She's grown up too spoiled. Please don't consider her our daughter." I heard you cut ties with them yourself, calling them poor people when you left home.
He's twisting things. I never said that.
What did you say exactly?
I was embarrassed about our situation.
You're the one who cut ties with your own parents. It's natural they abandoned you, and nobody wants to help someone who won't even show gratitude to the parents who raised them. Now you understand. You'll have to make it on your own.
But they're my parents. They can't just abandon me.
Like you abandoned them when you thought they were poor?
That was different. I was young.
You're still young enough to learn from this.
I have my husband. I have Ken. He makes good money, and he'll get promoted. We'll live comfortably.
Let's hope so.
What's that supposed to mean? Sarah, what do you know?
I don't know anything. I'm just a bottom-tier security guard, remember?
Stop throwing that back at me.
Why? Those were your words, not mine.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Enjoying what? Watching you learn about consequences?
Mom, what's the meaning of this? I heard I'm being laid off because of you!
It sounds bad when you put it that way, but in reality, you're being let go because of your own incompetence. How did you never realize you were working at a company that was way above your level? As your mother, I'm embarrassed.
Above my level? I've been there for 3 years! I got into this company on my own merit! It's not above my level!
No, you got into that company because I put in a good word for you.
What? That's impossible! I went through all the interviews!
You see, I once did night security at your workplace. There was a robbery while I was on duty.
A robbery? Why am I just hearing about this now?
I think it was 2 people at first. They attacked me when they realized I was a woman. Before I knew it, I had taken them down. I used to have a black belt before I was married, and after having you kids, caring and playing with 5 children really builds up your strength.
Come to think of it, you were incredibly strong. You could open the toughest jars with your bare hands.
Remember when you used to brag about that to your friends?
That was before I understood what people thought about you.
Right, so I ended up taking down those robbers. But oddly enough, about 2 weeks later, 5 more showed up. It was too much for me alone, so my colleagues and I fought them off together.
Whoa! Mom, you had that kind of legendary story?
The certificates should still be hanging at home, but after I took down those robbers alone and knocked out about 4 people, they started calling me the ultimate primate mom, which was a bit embarrassing. I mean, it's not like I could stick to walls or tackle huge men.
No, that's plenty impressive already. But what does this have to do with my job?
Anyway, that's how I made some achievements at your workplace. After that, our company took over their security, and the president wanted to thank me properly. When I mentioned my son was struggling to find a job, well, I'm a mother too. I wanted to do what I could for my son. So the president was kind enough to hire you.
That's a lie! I went through interviews! I earned that position!
Of course, they needed formalities. I didn't tell you because I thought it would hurt your pride, but you couldn't produce results at work, could you? That's why you're being laid off. What are you going to do? You don't have another job lined up.
No, I don't! How can I find something so suddenly? Please, Mom, can you hold off on the house payments for a while?
Why should I? I have no reason to listen to requests from strangers.
Strangers? I'm your son!
Are you? The son who was too ashamed to have his mother at his wedding? But, well, I don't want you homeless either, so I've arranged a new job for you.
Really?
Yes. Come work for my company.
Huh? You want me to become a security guard?
We just happened to have an opening for a night security guard. I was about to post the job listing. Of course, if you work hard, it'll be reflected in your compensation. You said security work was easy, right?
You can't be serious!
If that's what you think, try working it yourself. Then you'll understand both the difficulties and the rewards. And I won't take no for an answer. You wouldn't waste my kind offer, would you?
Do I have a choice?
There's always a choice. You can look for another job, but good luck finding one that will pay enough for your house payments.
Damn it! Is the whole family enjoying ganging up on me?
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't play dumb. I don't want to work at your company, so I asked my brothers to help me find a job. But they all said, it's your own fault. We're disappointed in you.
Well, of course they did. You didn't even invite your mother to your wedding.
I invited them, though. We're supposed to stick together.
But they didn't agree with any of the comments you made about my work.
We used to be so close, but now no one will even listen to me. They're telling me they don't want to see me anymore.
What exactly did they say?
They said I was ungrateful, that I owe you a lot more than I think. They're all turning their backs on me because of you.
You're one to talk about betrayal after what you did to your family. I'm sorry if my work made you feel ashamed, but that's no excuse for discriminating against certain professions. You brought this on yourself. You're an adult now, so take responsibility for your own words.
But they're my siblings. We grew up together.
And they grew up respecting their mother's work.
They're just taking your side because you have money.
Is that what you think? That it's about money?
Why else would they turn on me like this?
Maybe because they remember who paid for their education.
What?
All those night shifts I worked, that bottom-tier job, it put all 5 of you through college.
I didn't know.
Of course you didn't. You were too busy being ashamed of me.
Please forgive us, Sarah. This life is unbearable.
What's wrong, Lynn? Weren't you just bragging about living a wealthy life with Ken?
You have to help us. We can barely make rent. Ken keeps saying he wants to quit. He says night work is too hard and the pay isn't increasing. Why? He's working so hard.
He's not getting raises because he's not actually working hard.
What do you mean? I see him come home exhausted every morning.
He's still not taking the job seriously. He just keeps causing problems for his colleagues. Of course his pay would decrease if he's making trouble for others.
What kind of problems?
Showing up late, complaining about assignments, refusing to learn procedures.
Please do something. We're really struggling financially now. At least raise his salary a little. You're his mother.
I stopped being his mother, remember? I'm just evaluating him fairly as a company president, and asking me for help is rather inappropriate, don't you think?
Huh? But you have the power to help us.
You say you don't want to be poor, but complaining won't solve anything. Looking down on others won't increase your own value. If you have the energy to look down on people, use it to improve yourself. That's what ambitious people do.
We've learned our lesson. Isn't that enough?
Have you? Or are you just sorry you got caught?
What do you want us to do?
Nothing good comes to people who just complain and don't do anything. If you want to be wealthy, put in the effort it takes. That's what life is about.
So you're really not going to help us?
I am helping you. I'm teaching you both valuable lessons about life.
By making us suffer?
By letting you experience the consequences of your actions. After that, Lynn and Ken eventually couldn't keep up with the monthly house payments, so I evicted them. Some might call me cold-hearted, but to make my son and his wife understand the gravity of their actions, I had to be stern. Ken has started taking his security guard work seriously, but due to his naturally inconsistent personality, he's still not growing much. This is partly my fault for not raising him better, so I plan to look after him until he properly matures. Meanwhile, Lynn keeps complaining about their lowered standard of living, and their marriage is terrible. Cutting off all support herself was her downfall. No one will reach out to help her now. Due to her discrimination against certain jobs, she's also lost touch with her friends. They now live in a run-down apartment, fighting every day. I can see divorce in their near future. As for me, I'll continue being the ultimate primate mom until my other 4 children are properly raised. Even if my children resent me, it's a parent's duty to raise them well. I won't abandon that duty, and I'll continue facing my family head-on.